Yeah, that time I ran out of 64s. How to do? Yeah, it's getting hot out there, I'm telling you what. I can't never get me and what I'm doing in this dang camera. Jeff said he poured some brim colored swim jig heads, or my version of a brim. Heck yeah. Hey, I like throwing a swim jig now. I thought about getting a jig mold and testing my luck with those, but I don't know if I want to get in the bass game just yet. I already about can't keep up with the orders I get now. I need a taller chair. It's all good though. I caught some nice fish this morning. Went with a guy. He had a 16-inch Garmin. That thing was pretty. Caught him in like 11 feet of water, a couple pound and a halfers. It's nice and open water fish. And then all the crazy people got out there and I was like, yep, time to go. Uh-oh. We froze up. Come on. Dang it. Now I gotta find something to poke up in there. We use a hook. Come on. There we go. Well. Turn it up, see if it'll melt it back down. Don't even make no sense. I was just pouring. Hang on, let me find something. Oh. Man, this is my third pot this year because of some stupid shit. The coal in here loves to burn up. I don't even know what it's doing right now. I ain't got no bad lead. I need a bass hook is what I need probably. Oh. Can't reach my tackle box. This nail might work. Let me try. I'm trying to do some work. We have technical difficulties. Need a paper clip. All right. Let's try. Don't try this at home. Dude, that sucker is stuck. Oh, we got in there that time. Ah, we back in business now. Dang it. Now we cook it with peanut oil. But anyway, I caught all those fish on that micro. Look, that's some random Aberdeen hook up in here. I'm about to shoot it anyway. I like a 4-aught too. Yeah. A lot of people like those dang hooks. I don't like them. So anyway, we got a micro jig kit website. Good deal. It's on sale for like 20 bucks. Well, the first pot Daddy had, it lasted like 3 years, and then I just started, I don't know, using it too much, I guess. Yeah, that's what I use, 570. 570. Let's see. Yep, 570. I got the 8, the 6, and the 4. I'm not very impressed with the number 8 though. Like the eyelet's got a gap on it, and it's terrible for the loop knot, but the lead pours so close to it, it kind of evens out. I never tried the 575. I love these because if you get hung in the brush, you can daggone pull. Like if you got braid or, you know, if you take your time, you can pull the hook and get your jig back. But, you know, I've only bit one out on a fish and it was almost 3 pounds. So, I mean, I can't complain about that. I was on that one video where I was fishing that laydown. But I was using braid too, and I think that had a lot to do with it. I flipped, I know at least 1.5 pounds today on that size 8 hook on 4-pound test, and it did all right. I had to bend the hook up a little bit though on that thing. I was missing a couple fish. But they were biting today like it was pre-spawn. Y'all know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get my guide license, right? I'm gonna get me another Livescope. I'm gonna start Livescoping stripers, catching giants. Cause I ain't seen nobody doing that yet. Y'all ever want to get into the jig business? This is tedious. I ran completely out of 164s, so I'm probably gonna make about 500 of them. Then I gotta do 32s, and then I'll do 24s tomorrow. We got a bunch of new jigs coming out. I'm bringing some old jigs back. Lots of stuff to do. Summertime sucks. Do. Right, we got 15 people in here. Y'all hit that thumbs up button so we can push it on out. People can watch me make some jig heads. Nah, I don't care if you do or not. To be honest with you. Bro, I hope I get a Livescope back too. Man, I missed that thing. Hey, don't get me wrong. Okay, I went fishing yesterday. Y'all seen that one video. I got 2 videos of that day that I'll probably going to release one tomorrow. Like, fishing with the 2D sonar, whatever. I mean, I did that for years. But, man, I like catching big fish. And that 2D ain't guaranteeing me big fish. I can catch fish, don't get me wrong. God. Floyd says he don't like the summer Eater. What the hell is an eater? Heat, humidity, and bug. That's right. It ain't the heat that gets you, it's the humidity. Which it wasn't bad today. It was like 60 this morning. here. I know in Texas it's down 100 degrees already, and the water temp's like 87. Water temp here is only 80. But I mean, the fish are biting good though. Yeah, jet fleas, water skis, pontoons in addition. Yeah. I want to get out on Monticello a little bit more just to avoid some of that. There's still, you know, people ride around pontoon boats. They're not supposed to, but they're still there. But it's a pretty big crappie in Monticello. It's just so deep. Like, I ain't fishing that dang water with, yeah, it is crazy how fast it dries. But with that lake being so deep, I ain't about to get out there with no 2D trying to find some fish. Yeah, it gets hard super fast. It's unreal. One of my hooks wasn't sitting right, so they come out all lopsided. Over there. Do it later. Most of the time I have to throw those away though. Sometimes you can get the hook back out. Yeah, it's still hot, but it's hard as shit to figure out fish on Livescope species wise. No, dude, it really ain't. Like, I'm telling y'all, if I get a GPS unit, y'all gonna know what the hell a crappie looks like. Cause the guy I went out with this morning, it took me like 10 minutes, and he knew what a crappie looked like. It was like every other fish in the lake acts so much different. You're looking for a lazy blob. If that fish on that screen has any kind of spunk, you just keep on going. If they're staying in the same general area in that water column, it's probably a crappie. How far is your range out? Dang it. If you got it past like 40 feet, every fish is going to look the same. When you're crappie fishing, you want that range to be 30 to 40 feet forward. And then I use 20 feet deep no matter how deep I am. If I'm in 5 feet of water, I still got it on 20 feet. If I'm in 40 feet of water, it's still on 20 feet. Unless the fish are deeper than that, which is 99% not the case. Because like 60 feet out, every fish is going to be a line. Like you can't tell what they are unless you've got, I don't even know, LVS 34 with a 16-inch screen. You might be able to tell a little bit further. But normally if you're out open water fishing, Like I'll throw it on 60, I'll see a good blob, and then as I get closer, I'll dial it back, and then you can kind of tell if it has a forked tail, or if it's long, it's probably a gar, and if it's got a wide belly, a wide belly and a forked tail, it's a catfish or a carp. But if it's a blob that don't move a lot, it's a crappie. And if the fish ain't bigger than your jig, stop throwing at it. First 2 months I had Livescope. That was like 4 years ago. I threw at every blob I seen. I mean, it's a learning curve. Now, I used to throw at shad balls thinking they fish. Y'all be picking on me about my straw now. I got another tooth that's bothering me, so we got about 4 months to deal with that shit. Anything cold, you're getting me. Do. But hopefully this fall, kind of figure out some way to access some funds. This dang YouTube would grow a little bit, we'd be alright. But it is what it is. I love doing it. I thank God every day for what I got. So it is what it is. We're gonna catch them regardless. Appreciate it, man. It's gonna happen. And if it don't, it don't. I'm just gonna live every day like it's my last, I guess. And I get to fish, I guess not for a living, because the fishing part don't really pay stuff, but the jigs do. So it kind of works out. I get to fish for a living. Get to make stuff for other people to go catch some fish too. Oh man, there ain't nobody gonna hand out free shit. Like, you either gotta do something to get it or just not have it. That right, doing the job you love, you never work a day in your life. Especially now that we got a dang shop that I got air conditioned. Normally this time of year it's miserable. If in November there ain't a change, we are all screwed, period. I mean, honestly, my opinion on the president thing, the president don't run the country, the government does, and unless there's a change in that, there's not going to be a change with anything. The president is just the one that talks, in my opinion. Now, y'all don't hunt me down, but that's my opinion. But yeah, hopefully Biden's not in there, though. I'm going to say that. Not a fan. Do-do-do. Probably gonna do another raffle soon, I guess. I don't know what to give away this time. Yeah, but I've seen the lowest gas price since I was a young kid while Trump was president. I damn sure had more money and was that. Hey, you're right. No, you're good. I don't know. I don't really watch the news or none of that. I could care less about politics. I just go fishing. And the gas prices do suck, though. Which, I mean, right now, I mean, $3 is kind of average, I guess. Yeah, I remember it being $1. $1.15 with Trump. I don't remember it being that low though. It was like maybe it was $1.99 here one time, and that lasted a couple hours. But my state's weird. Like if I go to town right now, it'll be $3.19. Well, about $3.10 to $3.20 if I go to town. And if I go towards one of the other cities, halfway there's a gas station that's always 20 cents cheaper. But I've always been so dang scared to get gas there because they'd be so cheap. Now they're going to put some water in it. Jeff says he thinks local politics affects me more than the nationals. What do you do for a living, Jeff? Oh, you're in Easley? I mean, that ain't too far from me. I think it's like an hour. I'm in Prosperity. You know what I miss? That dang, that buy low gas reward thing. You used to get the food at buy low, and then like once every 2 months you could get gas for like 20 cents. If you bought enough stuff. I forget what it was called. Oh, okay. That's cool. Well, I guess it might be bad since you're dealing with bad kids. See, that's something I couldn't do. I didn't even pass math. Now, my daughter is actually going to finish college in November or December. So she's going to be I think, a kindergarten teacher, if I'm not mistaken. You taught math K through 12, or is that just the school system? This is why I like live streaming. when I'm making jig heads, because I'll get unfocused. I'll be strolling TikTok on my phone. And, oh well, let me start back working. The younger shitheads every year, right? Hey, they tried to put me in alternative school one time. I wasn't bad, I just didn't go to school. I was staying at home playing Halo 2. That's my generation. I think that's why I'm so good with Livescope. Because I'm that gamer generation. Play some Halo, some World of Warcraft, RuneScape. Y'all probably don't know what the hell I'm talking about. You gotta be more I can't say that word. Hold on. Pacific Baker Gang, because I get a lot of those messages. But if you have been, let's go out, because I want to help me. Are you the one with a John boat? That might be. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, you need to calm down. They're biting, man. John boat gang. And they biting everywhere if you got Livescope. I'm telling you. Once it clicks, it clicks. Because if they ain't biting, this is what you do. I'm going to tell you a secret. If you throw it at a brush pile and they fish on it, and you try like 3 different colors, and they don't bite it, you pick a trolling motor up, and you go to the next one. I know this game's for sure. Played them all Gen X here, so we chewed some of the same bark, or I think you meant same bark. Heck yeah, dude! Like that was life when I was 16, 17. Hell, probably in my early until my son was born, that was life. Which I still play games now, but not near like I used to. Clanger says, I got a question. When fishing from shore, the same location, they only bite at night. Whereas the day, same location, they do not bite. Are the fish deep during the day? If the fish are biting at night, then more than likely, because the way Crappie's set up, especially in the summertime, they're going to feed 90% at night. So if they're biting at night, then you're just in a feeding area. Because I can't tell you how many times I've tried to make a night fishing video, like at least 10 times, and I can't find a single fish. But I caught them a couple hours before night on a brush pile. But if you go to that brush pile, there ain't a single fish. So undoubtedly they roam a lot at night, and then probably during the day they're probably on brush or, you know, under a dock somewhere. That's what I think. I mean, I could be wrong with that. How old am I? I am 33. But yeah, the fish bite a lot at night. Like they roam around feeding. It's just I don't know how to find them at night. I be putting out lights, be having a lot of minnows and no fish. So that's not my expertise. He thinks crappie roam a lot, period. They do. Oh, you're from Cali. That's where my wife's from. She's from Hinckley, California. In the desert. And yeah, crappie roam a lot, but I mean, you still got your resident fish too. Like, there's probably 15 docks on Murray that always have fish on them. Like, always have 30 to 50 fish up under it. But they don't bite most of the time, but they're there. You can see them. So I call those resident fish. The easiest fish in the lake to catch are the ones that swim out in the open water, though. Like throwing out a brush pile, you can catch them. But if you find that one single fish on the screen, and you put that crappie man jig above his head, he gonna bite. Do-do-do. Yeah, I like when y'all ask questions. Give me something to talk about. Because else I'm gonna be singing to myself. They got a mailbox. Well, they be in their home and then they go check the mail every now and then. Lee said he's headed to catch some crappies in the morning on the Tennessee River. Some are here, so they'll be around 18 to 25, but love that bite. You know the water temp, Lee? Because right now my water temp's 80 and they in 13 feet of water. Almost exactly 13 feet of water everywhere. I would think with a river system, your water temp would probably be a little bit cooler. So if you don't find them that deep, don't be scared to go a little bit shallower. I'm just saying. I don't know what the Tennessee River has in it. It's like 6 to 9. Hey, those are fun too. Oh, resident fish got a mailbox set up. I got you. I poured so many jigs, I thought I had to make sure I wasn't about to run out of lead. Oh yeah, I mean they should be everywhere, man. Especially this time of year. You got some that's already went to deep, and then some that's just hanging around. I say the fish I caught today. The client I was with, I showed him his Livescope, whatever. We were coming from another spot where I caught, a few out in open water, and we got behind these 2 slow boats in the river channel. And I was like, man, so we couldn't go around them. I was like, just pull over there. There's a sunken stump over there. So he pulled over there, and I was like, dang, there's a big old fish on that stump. And about 30 minutes later, we had some nice fish. But I was going to go, we would never fish that stump if those 2 slow-ass boats were there. But it was like 3 brush piles and then one stump. And all the big fish, like 12 to 14 inches, were on that stump. And then the brush pile had little fish. Oh yeah, they love dang stump. I've got one point in one of the creeks that has 3 stumps on it. And one day I was fishing, I would catch one off the stump, you know, good 12, 16-inch fish, go to the next stump, and I'd catch one. And then about 15 minutes later, well, he ain't there, let me take his little mailbox. It was insane. But if you got 2 graphs up front and you can mark individual stumps and have your map open, that is a really, really effective way to catch fish. Just going from stump to stump to stump to stump. I mean, the stump's only going to have like maybe 2 fish on it. But and then you get those big stumps and they have a bunch of fish on it. On the Tennessee River, y'all got a lot of current you have to deal with, or is it kind of good enough where you can sit still for a little bit? Probably gonna shoot this one, and I'm gonna take a little break, let these cool down, and I gotta do 32, so I gotta heat that mold up. Yes, we have current, however, a place we fish, which is a big arm called Bear Creek, so it doesn't have current. Oh, okay, yeah. I know with a lot of current, I don't know. I probably would have to use a bigger jig head. That don't sound fun. Oh. Alright, well, I was going to shoot that one. Something messed up and I don't feel like doing it right. Alright. Let's get this 32 mold going. Glad to see you smiling, enjoying life. Man, I enjoy life every day. I'm telling y'all. If it wasn't for bills, life would be perfect. I'll be right back. I'm going to go smoke. grab a Gatorade. Oh. All right. Now we can break these down. Lee says we normally catching big shell crappers and brim this time of year, and of course bass. They get back to crappie in the fall. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, the thing about hot water is you kind of got to leave them on ice overnight to get a good fillet. So I totally understand that. And a lot of people don't crappie fish in the summer. A lot of people. Like jig sales, views on the videos, they go way, way down. Says, understand the pain. We've been living out with my wife. Yeah, I mean that's life, man. That's the American dream. But I mean, you do what you do. That's all you can do. I mean, I worked at a plant for 9 years. I made turkey bacon. They tried to screw me over. My wife told me to go fishing. And that's what I did 5 years ago. And here I am today. Oh yeah, man, if you only got 10 more till you retire, that's the only thing I hate about the retirement though. You work the best years of your life, and then you got to try to enjoy something when your health is declining. You know what I mean? But I believe you should work from like 18 to 30, get some money until you're like 60, and then work. I don't even know. I don't know how you would do it. But the disconnect. I think we're back. I don't know if y'all heard any of what I said. Well, anyway, yeah. I mean, retirement's good. I just hate the age is so high. Yeah, I mean, it would be cool, but the world wouldn't work if people didn't work. Like people wanting to get paid more an hour. Like if they pay McDonald's employees $20 an hour, then we're gonna have to pay $10 for a Happy Meal. And the Happy Meal ain't worth no damn $10. The Big Mac ain't even worth $5. The only affordable place to eat is like Little Caesars. Yeah, you're right. We got plenty of workers coming in. I mean, you gotta think everybody on Congress is like as old as my grandparents. They don't have no young thing. I don't think it'll go back down, honestly. Everything will just rise. And buy, a week or 2 weeks worth of groceries. The dollar bill is obsolete now. They'll just print more. Oh yeah, a lot of people are gonna be obsolete. Oh, it definitely will kill a lot of businesses. I hate charging what I charge for the jigs, but I mean, honestly, that's the lowest I can go. I used to charge more, but I dropped them just so they'd be more affordable. Because right now, my jig prices are the same as Bobby Garland. And I figure that's fair enough. Am I lagging? Yeah, that's crazy. When I worked at the plant, the highest I made was $18 an hour. And even then, I felt like I didn't make that much. I was like, middle class used to be like 50 to 80K a year. Now middle class is like 100 to 150. Yeah, you're right, babe. Well, you gotta think though, the cost of living in California is a lot higher than the cost of living here. Depending on where you live too, I guess. Well, their jobs equal it out. That's what I'm saying. It's just their jobs are going to pay more, but just because they pay more, they have to pay more to live. So it's just like them making minimum wage. But now, if you lived in California, you got a decent paying job, save money for a couple of years, and then move somewhere where the cost of living was way lower, that would work out pretty good. $20 in California is essentially $10 here, like $3. So there. Three-bedroom, 200 square foot house. So, God, come on. That's why I live in a trailer. I'm about as white trash as it gets. Yeah, that's crazy, Lou. You probably got a lot of people that travel to like the bigger cities to work. But I live in a relatively small town, but I'm close to the lake, so everything's pretty high. Oh, I forgot to put the camera back over. There we go. What's going on, Catfish and Crappie? Or Mark? I think. Ain't your name Mark? I forget. Yeah, Mark and Lyle. Yeah, you're Mark. I about had it wrong. Not much, just make some jig heads. Talking politics. I did about 364s. Now I'm doing 32s. A 180, I can make a 180, but I can only do one at a time. Yeah, I live near Lake Murray. 1/4 and a half. That's a big one. Yeah, I got one mold that I can make a 180 one at a time. I think. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, 180 is the smallest I can make, but this one makes 1/4, 1/16, 1/64, 180, 132, and a 1/8. That used to be the only mold I had. Try making 1,000 one at a time. That was. I don't want to go back to that. But I think Fat Guys Fishing has a 1/100 and a 180 mold. They're not too bad priced either. Yeah, I don't do the wire keepers now. That's too tedious. Yeah. I mean, they make pretty good molds. .180 must be used to jig over their heads. Nah, man, you put a little split shot on it and throw it at them. But I think Mark does some ice fishing, if I'm not mistaken. He might not. I might be wrong on that. I got a new 1.2 inch bait that came out a couple weeks ago. It's a little bit up. So I'm the complete opposite on that, Lee. Like, bass keep me up at night. Crappie, I can go catch them. Oh yeah, you definitely got them. Yeah, I'll show you one of the new ones. I got them right here. Well, this is 1.2 inches long. Just a little minnow. I've been doing really, really good on that thing. Oh yeah. I mean, a lot of places, especially down south, those fish ain't never seen no jig that small. Thanks, Lee. Y'all see a really good looking lure? Hold up. This is the unreleased. Oh. This is a 1.2 inch also. If I can get it to. But it's got fins, it's got ribs, man. Oh, I had it upside down. Hold up. Dang it. There we go. But it's got like fins on top, fins on the bottom, fins on the side. That's gonna be a good one. Oh, I'm probably lagging now. My dang signal out here in the shop ain't the best.